Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Pat and we do weekly guitar lessons here, and today, hey, we've found a beginner guitarist that's been playing for a year and can already play Master of Puppets at tempo. So here's the clip now, and then we're going to interview him. We're going to ask him some questions. How did he get so good in a year? And what can you learn from Ben? And how can Ben inspire you to hopefully take your playing to the next level? Here's Ben's clip. Well done, Ben. You're an absolute champion. Here we go. So the whole main idea of this video is to tell you about Ben's story, and it's a little bit of an interview with Ben and some questions so that hopefully you can get some advice from Ben and you can take that into your own playing. And I thought it was really interesting. Now, how did Ben sort of find me? How did I find Ben? Well, Ben was actually a subscriber and he watched some of my videos and he found me on Instagram, because there's always links to my social media, and Instagram is probably the social media that I'm on more than anything else, and he sent me a message and he asked for advice. And I started giving him feedback. So I'm not just some virtual human that doesn't exist out there in the real world. If you want some advice, I'm always happy to teach and to help with guitar related music advice. So hit me up on Instagram, send me a video or ask me a question. I always want to help you. So that's how Ben found me, and I started giving him some advice, and within a year he was able to play Master of Puppets. Amazing, incredible Ben, congratulations. And I really like his Instagram channel, Ben's Guitar Playing, because it shows his progress, and he started it to show his progress to the world. So it's great. So every time he uploads, you can see, all right, well, Ben's practicing, Ben's getting better, and you can see his progression of this instrument. It's really cool. And last thing I should mention is these are actually messages between Ben and I. And so I should tell you that, hey, there's no fabrication, or I'm not trying to sell a product. I'm not trying to take someone else's content and then use it for my own. Not at all. This is just a conversation between Ben and I with 6 different questions, and I hope it helps you. Here we go. Question number 1. Why did you want to learn guitar? Ben said, I was inspired to learn guitar by my guitar hero, James Hetfield from Metallica. And most importantly, my mates and friends around me as they play guitar also. So that's so important. It's so important to have someone that you admire, someone that inspires you, whether it's someone on YouTube or someone in a really big band. What are they doing that you really like? How can you learn from them? How can you learn some of their songs? Maybe learn their songs like an easier way, like with a one finger method, whatever, but how are you gonna get that constant inspiration? So it's not just put on you and you're not just sort of, you know, just guessing about what you want to do or what you want to learn. You're constantly getting inspiration from a source. And as you go on, you learn about more guitarists, and suddenly you're getting inspiration from every different angle, and it's inspiring you to keep going. So that's a really important thing. Number 2, how have you learned guitar? So Ben, I started out learning through an app called Musician. Has anyone else used Musician here? Let me know in the comments. Which taught me really well in my first week. I used it for about 10 hours in that first week. I certainly remember when I started learning guitar, I was obsessed, and I was playing as much as I could because it was just so much fun. Then I branched out onto YouTube, and firstly I found your YouTube channel and your 100 songs with one finger video. And it just motivated me to learn them, as it made me really excited to learn properly. Thank you so much, Ben. And that was a really fun video to put together. Now I've got 3 of them now. So there's like 100 riffs, all with one finger, all the easiest way you can play it. And there's 3 different videos, and they're massive, and each one took about a year to put together, compiled of other videos, but heaps of fun. And I'm so glad that you found me that way. And there's so many, I think we're almost up to 1,000 videos on this channel. So I'm so happy that I could help your guitar journey. Other YouTube channels, such as Marty Music, he taught me my first song, Enter Sandman. Hey, Marty Music is an amazing channel, a really lovely guy. He's been on YouTube for a very, very long time, maybe as long as I have, like 10 years. And he's helped so many people. So highly recommend Marty Music and Justin Guitar. Check out those channels. I'll link them below as well. Question number 3, what makes you want to practice? Often hearing badass metal makes me want to grab my guitar, but watching videos of song covers or live music also kicks up the urge to grab the guitar and have a jam. Now that's something really interesting. You should definitely listen to music that you like, 100%, but also maybe try and branch out and try and find music in different genres that maybe you don't necessarily love, but you still enjoy. What can you learn from that? Can you learn some of the chords? Can you learn a quick solo? Can you learn a vocal melody? Learn from as many different sources as possible so that when you're writing your own music, you've got heaps of different colors to use. That's how I would describe it. Number 4, how often do you practice? I make a habit to not force myself to do anything guitar related, but I generally find myself picking up the guitar daily for at least 30 minutes. Whether it's practicing down picking to a metronome, or scales and chords, or just jamming along to my favorite songs. So there you go. So for a whole year, Ben was practicing half an hour a day. Now if you're thinking, whoa, close the video, get out of here, Pat, I don't have half an hour a day. Hey, that's fine. How much time do you have a day? Do you have 20 minutes? Do you have 10 minutes? If you have, let's say, 20 minutes a day, then if you practice like Ben, in 2 years you could play Master of Puppets. And that's still amazing. If you only have 10 minutes to practice per day, then in 3 years you can learn Master of Puppets. That's still amazing. Just think, you're learning a little bit at a time, every day you're progressing. And at any point in your guitar career, if you can play Master of Puppets, it's a tough song, that's pretty good. But by practicing a little bit every day, you're actually gonna eventually reach that goal, as opposed to practicing, not practicing, practicing, not practicing. You might reach a goal, you might not. You might always just try and find a little bit. It's consistency that will get you to where you need to go. Every time. You might think, oh, I'm not talented. No, doesn't matter about talent. Consistently practicing will get you wherever you want to go in anything in life. Question 5. What advice would you give to yourself if you could start again, or any other starting guitarist? So advice for myself would be not boycott anything guitar related. For the first 6 months of my guitar playing, I refused to learn how to play basic open chords. I've since learned that whilst open chords aren't necessary for the type of genre I play, it's about the mindset of wanting to learn and being open-minded that I can transition to other areas of music. For someone starting out, I'd say play songs. Anything that's recognizable and is easy will give you a massive confidence boost and make you want to play more. I'd recommend Pat's 100 songs with 2 fingers. Thank you, Ben, that's very nice of you to say. I would completely agree with Ben. I think any beginner, you have these things that you don't want to practice and you're like, nah, I don't like that. I'm never going to use that. Like with a lot of people, bar chords, or even using your pinky. That's another big one. Guitarists don't want to use their pinky. They start off not using it and then they think, oh, it's too hard, it hurts again. I don't want to start again. I don't want to use my pinky. But you can use your pinky for scales, for solos, for melodies, for so many different chords. So even if you don't necessarily want to do it, just think of it as food. I'm sure there's food that you don't necessarily love, but you know you have to eat it or drink it, like water and vegetables and fruits. Hey, it's the same thing with guitar. Learn those open chords, learn a little bit of theory, learn to use your pinky, and it will help in many other aspects of your music ability. And I completely agree with Ben's second point as well. If you're just starting out, find a really simple, recognizable riff. Hey, I can't play anymore, but I'm sure you know what riff that is. Find a recognizable riff that you can sit down and you can learn in 1 day. You can learn in an hour, you can learn in 10 minutes. Just having that riff under your belt will inspire you to do a little bit more. Then maybe you want to learn 2 riffs. Maybe you want to learn an entire song. Maybe you want to learn a chord. Maybe you want to learn a chord song. Just having those little bit of success will just keep you coming back for more because you're like, yeah, I can do this. Hey, friend that lives with me, mother or parents or friend from school, check out this riff. Does that sound like a song you know? Yes. Oh, thank you for the applause. I'm going to learn more. You get what I mean. So having that little bit of success, don't avoid things just because they're hard. Try and play as much as you can. Final question. Okay, so now we're gonna take a quick break from the interview and we're gonna show a few stages of Ben's playing. So it's great to show you the end sort of pinnacle. All right, Ben can play Master of Puppets at tempo, amazing. But did he just get from 0 to hero? How did he get there? So we're gonna show you a couple clips, just a few seconds of him playing and his journey that will hopefully inspire you. Let's check them out. Question number 6. What are your future music goals? Currently, I'm working on mastering downpicking and looking to move to more speed-oriented riffs. But I do have some ideas in place to potentially join a band or just find some other people to play with. But for the moment, I'm really inspired to play songs note for note, and that motivation is always there because I love metal. And Ben finishes with, and lastly, once again, I want to say a big thank you to Pat for producing this free content that's enabled me to start out strong and enabled me to pursue guitar with passion. Well, that's incredibly nice. Thank you very much for saying that, Ben. And thank you, Ben, just for following along, for being a part of this channel, because you're not just a number, you're not just a statistic. That's not how I think of things. You're a part of this YouTube family, and through your comments and through you learning and showing me all of your videos, that inspires me to keep making more videos. So thank you for not only helping me, but I hope that we've reached just one person. If one person has reached this video and is inspired and wants to play more and hey, even be more like you and practice and learn some Metallica, then the video is worthwhile for me and hopefully it's worthwhile for you. So thank you so much. And hey, if you have any passion at all, the best thing you can do with that passion is pass it on to someone else, because that's the best gift ever. And you never know, someone by starting an instrument, that might be a lifelong passion that they have forever. They teach their friends, they pass on to their children. Who knows? So having passion is always the best. Thank you so much everyone for making it to the end of this video. And hey, if you want help, hit me up on Instagram. There's the social media links again. Pat Dev Music, same as the channel. I'm not just some invisible person, I do actually exist. And I love teaching so much, I always want to help. So keep it music and guitar related, or maybe video game related as well. And I'd love to help you. Thanks so much, Ben. It's been amazing checking out your journey. Here's Ben's entire clip again, just for you to check out. Congratulations, Ben. You're amazing, and in 1 year, that's an incredible amount of work. Well done, and I can't wait to see future videos from you very soon. Bye, everyone.
Down your breath.